Now to the DNA test that brought a father's world crashing down around him. Liam Magill found out the hard way that 2 of his 3 children were not actually his, so he sued his ex-wife for damages. And he gave his first television interview to Elise Mooney.
It's a horrible thing for anybody to have to go through. I just can't believe that one person can do this to another person. And the children.
Liam Magill is a broken man. Do you feel you've been deceived?
Oh, yes. And not just myself, it's the children have been deceived as well. It's a dreadful case all around.
When his marriage to wife Meredith broke down in 1992, Liam was devastated. He not only lost a marriage, but also 3 beautiful children, Heath, Arlen and Bonnie.
It's like something's torn away from you.
All he was left with was 8 years of crippling child support payments. At times, his take-home pay reduced to just $130 a week. But a DNA test changed all that.
When I heard the results, I was struck dumb. I couldn't speak. I couldn't function.
The results were shocking. They revealed Liam was not in fact the biological father of the 2 youngest children, Arlen and Bonnie. Children he had supported, children he always believed were his. They belonged to Meredith's secret lover.
I personally found it very hard to get my head around the fact that the kids I watched born, even one of them might not be mine. I can't explain to people how that is. It's just something you can't explain to people.
Faced with the brutal truth, Liam's life spiralled downwards. He sunk into a deep depression, unable to continue work as a public servant, unable to function. He was paralysed by the deceit.
The little girl wasn't mine. Bonnie's a beautiful, beautiful kid. She used to look after me.
For months, Liam Magill was angry. Then it was time to get even. Bolstered by the love of his new partner, Cheryl, he took the unprecedented step and sued his former wife for deceit, for the pain, humiliation and cost of learning he was not the father to all of his children. Liam did not want to be paid back for all the child maintenance, but he did seek compensation for psychiatric injury, the cost of caring for the children during the marriage and later during access visits, and for loss of past, present and future earnings. The landmark legal case was a success. The judge ordered the mother to pay her ex-husband $75,000 for pain, suffering and loss of income. It's a sweetener for Liam, but what about the children? What compensation did they receive?
Children certainly will suffer as a result of any parental clash.
Family psychologist Dr. Janet Hall says DNA testing can make children, especially pre-teens, feel desperately abandoned.
If the children were very young, it's much more likely that they would come through this kind of thing and they can form new attachments and get that stability back. But pre-teens are very vulnerable.
Family law specialist Rosie Lockie, partner at Gaydon's Lawyers, says if a mother is ordered to pay compensation, that too will impact on the children in her care.
Where's that award of damages going to be paid from? If she is not sufficiently financial, she may need to sell an asset such as the former matrimonial home. That directly impacts on the children, or even if she has to obtain a loan, then she has to service a loan that she didn't otherwise have.
Liam, who has not seen the children for 2 years, knows they too are suffering.
They didn't ask to be a part of all this. They're innocent. They don't deserve this.
And a warning to men and women who try to outsmart science, DNA testing rules out any doubt about paternity.
When we're testing an alleged father, we can prove that that person is not the father if he doesn't match up with the genes that the child has to have inherited from their biological father.
Alexandra Gavrilidis is the lab manager at Genetic Technologies Corporation, where Liam's DNA revealed the terrible truth. It's estimated that a staggering 1 in 5 men tested are not, in fact, the biological father.
You can prove that an alleged father is excluded from paternity or he is not the father of the child being tested.
Be very, very careful, because you could lose everything.
And Liam's ex-wife Meredith is currently appealing that court decision. Now, when we return, how to save a fortune on your phone bill.